Right, let's continue with the diary. Next page.
I remember a recurring dream from that time. I used to have plenty of nightmares, but this particular one was so real that even today, I ask myself whether it could have possibly been just a dream. I was in bed, enveloped by the warmth of the blanket, in the dark, about to succumb to sleep, when I heard the bedroom door open.
Oh wow.
I turned to face the wall and did not have the courage to turn around.
I don't blame her, to be honest.
I only saw a shadow cast against the wall by the light filtering in through the door. Then I heard the door close again, and I thought that it might have been my mother who, before going to bed, used to peep in to see whether I was sleeping. However, there was no time to breathe a sigh of relief, for footsteps approached the bed, and I heard the sound of breathing close by. Fear paralyzed me from head to toe.
Sure it would.
The blankets were pulled back.
Oh no.
I remember the chill of fresh air on my spine. Someone sat on the bed, and I trembled.
And then the dream finished.
Then the dream
course.
finished.
Of course. As it always and usually does. Unfortunately. Ha! The drawings.
The light often came when I was at school, turning my fellow pupils into puppets that would terrorize me. To me, they appeared transformed, with the bloodied heads of animals stuck where their own heads should have been. I would curl up on the floor and would even wet myself. The teacher would try to console me and would smile at me, but her teeth and her eyes would terrify me even more. Things did change. I don't know why, perhaps during the second or third year of school.
Taking attendance. I only laugh at the teacher's eyes because sometimes in the young, it can, like when you, if you got those teachers have those big eyes, you know, and that smile, it almost looks wicked. Almost, it's like, ah! That's why I laugh at that.
It was more or less in the same period that I became friends with Bruna. I remember the sensation of joy I experienced when I felt almost normal.
Oh, cool.
The light isn't coming. The dreams have gone, and I have a real friend, one who speaks to me.
Yay!
I would repeat this to myself proudly while looking in the mirror, where I no longer saw an embarrassing reflection.
Aww.
It seemed to me that the world was a difficult place, but it was no longer impossible. Bruna. I did not understand what Bruna saw in me, especially as she was almost 2 years older than me. I would tell her this every now and then, and she would joke about it, saying, "Nothing. I don't see anything in you," which is what I like about you. And then she would hug me.
That's actually kind of nice. She's just like, in that, you know, just like passive, friendly way, you know. Yeah, it's alright. You don't judge. That's awesome.
But one day, she was sad and pensive, and said to me, "You and I are the same. Don't be fooled.
Oh wow.
You are reserved and honest, and I'm not. But that's the only difference between us. The only one." Then she began to cry.
Oh, poor thing.
I was struck by the perception in her words, but only today, after re-examining my past, do I understand what she meant.
Yeah, true. Just words speak for themselves.
I no longer considered my body as something disgusting and ill. Far from it. I began to look at myself, to caress myself, and smell my own skin. I began to explore and experiment, finding physical pleasure. My ideas were not very clear, and I never spoke to anyone about these things. Bruna, however, spoke about them. She boasted about her love stories and her young men. To my eyes, she was very lucky, always being wooed.
I can imagine that being right. Ha! The buddies. Ha!
By marvelous, generous, and kind boys. Thus, I fantasized about her adventures, pretending that I was the main protagonist. But how could I ever be like her? Occasionally I recall that she had black and blue marks on her body, but I was so naive that I did not understand.
Oh
I
shit.
did not put two and two together. It was Don Gino who explained things to me a few years later.
So basically he was having his way with her and hurting her. Damn. They really were more alike. She just didn't realize it. Wow.
He told me about Bruna's father and brother, but I was already very ill. The light had returned, and that thing made me suffer even more. It was my world, and it was crumbling. When I spoke to Bruna about it, she turned her head away and was silent for a long time.
Makes sense, fortunately.
Prince Charming doesn't exist, Renee. At least not for us. I was 14 years old. I didn't think it was possible for a boy to look at me and desire me. When he asked me if I wanted to go for a walk, I didn't say anything. I didn't even have the courage to look at him.
So handsome.
Things improved for a number of years, then suddenly everything came crashing down. One evening I came home drunk, and the following morning a terrible crisis overcame me, all of a sudden. What had I done? I was terrified. I thought I'd lost my sight. The light burned my eyes from inside. The memories of the previous day emerged in bursts, images, flashes, which unleashed something monstrous inside me. Repetition of words was no longer sufficient. Now there was a voice in my head which repeated them louder than I did, and they were words of accusation and blame. So I covered my ears and shouted and hit my head against the wall and threw up.
Yeah, because she's thinking that way, and suddenly her unconscious mind suddenly telling her off, like the voice in your head saying, you know, what she's done wrong, and she doesn't realise, doesn't know how to control it or overcome it, so she's doing what a lot of children do. It's like, oh, it's like, no, stop, you know? She just doesn't understand what's going on, how to deal with it. God. Feel sorry for her.
I remember the doctor, the wall filthy with blood and vomit. My mother wasn't looking at me. Bruna was crying but trying to hide it. Charlotte was beside me. I never told anyone what had happened. He came to visit me, but I refused to see him. I became agitated. I think he liked me.
Oh no.
Even though things turned out badly. In that period, I began to suffer from memory loss. The few things I learned didn't please me at all. He told me that I was looking for him. It was all my fault.
No, it wasn't.
Bruna told me that sometimes I got drunk. People in the village gossiped about me. Sometimes I was covered in black and blue marks. I didn't realize what was happening to me, what I was doing. I was no longer in control of my life. From my little corner.
I mean, she's terrified, so she doesn't talk. And the people who she does talk to don't know or don't understand enough to help her. So it's kind of a terrible revolving cycle. It's not her fault though. Just no one knows how to ask her the right questions. God's sake. Such a typical thing to happen. You know, just the right people who should be asking the right questions don't. Because they don't see that she's being more withdrawn. Like, aren't those wake-up calls? But incredible. Absolutely incredible.
He felt accused, hurt. I chased him away. I insulted him. He was proud, handsome. He said things about me to other people, which he shouldn't have said. Mother caught me coming home drunk. She beat me and sent me to speak to Don Gino every day. He came back and tried to speak to me. I think he liked me. Sometimes I sent him packing and I started shouting at him. But other times I embraced him. I held him tight and loved him.
Oh, yes, that's a good and evil balance. Oh, hazardous. Very, very hazardous.
But he couldn't bind himself to me. I was 16 and ill. I had no future. I didn't get out of bed for weeks. Then I did things I was ashamed of. I slept with men. The guilt tore at my soul, and the light came back to torture me. I invented stories to justify my actions. I couldn't bear my own weight.
Amazing. How does no one figure to ask the right questions? Her own sanity is tearing her apart. Good God.
Mom found out about it. Her voice split my head. I pushed her away because I was afraid of dying, and I shouted to the whole world what was happening to me, and that I didn't understand. The police arrived, and they carted me away. I remember the onlookers shaking their heads. They would be better off without me, cleansed of shame, with something to talk about for a while.
So this is the reason she came to the asylum in the first place. Oh my God. The people who cared about her most didn't even ask the right questions. It's their fault, not hers. Bruno was just going through the same shit, and she just tried to, you know, just give each other comfort in their own words without scaring one another. Oh my God, the outside world was a bitch to her. Wow. Holy shit. That's incredible. That like everyone else in her life who didn't even notice the obvious factors, not even try and ask her calmly instead of shouting. And this happens and it destroys her. My God. It's amazing you think of the stories behind the reason why people are administered. You think it's one thing. You know, it just says, oh, for this anxiety or agitation. But it, like, when you hear the story, it's like you can't help but just feel how traumatized she is. Like, that basic word does not even remotely cover anything. She's already screwed up inside her head, and then they electroshock therapy and they just destroy her. Wow, society destroyed her. Holy shit. That's absolutely terrible. My God. Jeez. Well, at least we know why she was admitted in the first place.
We can look for her things in the storeroom containing the bundles of the patient's belongings on the upper floor.
Got it. That should be over this way. Well, I'm not going to look for anything else because I've already found the diary, so I'm not worried about the other stuff. We'll learn as we go along, I'd imagine. But that diary was important for me, for us to find, I mean. Which one is it? So... is it up here?
These are Amara's things, I'm certain.
Just the first thing I clicked on over here, that was random. Okay.
Amara, there she is. She existed. She really did exist. There she is, my friend. Here we are together. How could I have imagined for a single moment that she never existed?
Your mentality got destroyed. I can't blame that.
March 12th, 1938. The young girl Renee arrived today. Poor thing, she was terrorized. You see, she remembers the first time we met. I talked to her mother, the dear lady, and she expressed her fears to me, and I promised I'd keep an eye on her daughter. The lady told me her daughter's doll had been taken away, and this worried her, because when she becomes depressed, as she is now, Renee barricades herself in her room and can't communicate. The doll becomes her voice, eyes, and ears. Dr. B said I'll soon get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm so sad to leave Renee. I won't be able to protect her anymore. My poor friend. She was hoping to be able to get out of here, but nobody ever leaves this place.
Pretty much. Unless you're bloody fortunate.
That poor girl is really ill. I am the only one she ever speaks to. I told her I was leaving, and she stared at me, saying that I would never leave. It was quite unnerving, and then she started to cry. I felt like crying too. She didn't say anything else.
I bet we can
What
imagine.
worries me is that I'm sure that terrible man is watching her. He was the one who brought her here, and of all the good people, why did it have to be him? She knew. I told her everything. She knew about that man. That's why they wanted to make her disappear from my life. But I instructed a nurse friend of mine to keep an eye on her, and I'm sure she will, because she's a good woman. Her friend the nurse. I vaguely remember.
That's that woman we
She
saw.
worked on this ward.
That was that woman that was sitting by her bed, I think.
She worked mostly in the Maragliano pavilion. Let's get out of here and find that pavilion. Renee was alone here. Charlotte had abandoned her. And without Charlotte, Renee couldn't communicate with the outside world. Mother knew that.
So where are we going?
Maragliano was a different pavilion nearby. Let's follow the signs.
Okay. Interesting. Guess I'll just walk around. Actually, we might need to go to the... Oh no, there was the thing back down there, wasn't... Oh, hang on a minute. Wait, did we need to go back the other way? Actually, let's just try the back first. There's something I want to check. Oh, that's all blocked off, okay. So is it down here? I'm not really sure, to be honest. I know there's other buildings down there near the front gate. Excuse me, but whether one of them was what we were looking for is a whole different story. Although there was that kitchen place, wasn't there? So I don't know. We'll see. Just not sure if this is where we're supposed to go. Okay, maybe. Oh, okay, no. So maybe we actually have to go. Assuming we can even get in here. Be ironic, wouldn't it? Okay, so in that case, what we'll do is we'll actually go out there to the front there. I just wanted to check around the back, that was all, but I'll actually exit this place, assuming this is the right way. Should be. Because there's a couple of buildings down there, isn't there? How do we get over there? Oh, right, there's a thing over here. Completely forgot all about it. Is there... Is that a building? Oh no, that's a mound, isn't it? Camp Santa... Marcuriano was a different... Oh, so it's over here. Huh, okay. Good I know about that now. So I'm assuming this is it. I'll tell you what, this place looks eerily similar, doesn't it? I mean, wow. Like, eerily similar. Huh. I assume we just go through the main entrance. Okay, that's not the way in then. How do we get in? That's interesting. Weird. Oh, hang on, unless it's this. Didn't think about that, to be honest. Oh. There you go.
She's kind to everyone, even me. I felt a little better when I saw her. The sick children laughed and played with her. Not even they could frighten me. Don't annoy Renee. She's a princess here. Didn't you know? She told stories. She said there was a war out there. But they stared at me and frightened me. They would come to look for me in the evening, and then no one would have protected me. Not even you, Charlotte. Am I right?
Wow. Okay. Obsession.
Let's follow the hearse until we reach the graveyard.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Rightio. I've been liking the music, it really does set the mood very, very well. Intense yet calm and steady at the same time. It's good. It's well done. We're in a brisk pace, that's for sure. Not running, we are on a brisk pace. Good. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Let's just let it load for a second. Okay. Done a great job with the textures. I mean, okay, I know it's not amazing, but no, it's not a AAA game, so credit where it's due, you know. Wow. Huh. So what the hell? If anyone knows Italian and know what this says, do you mind put it in the comments? Because I have no idea what the hell this is all about. Unless it's literally just telling us we're on our way to a cemetery, then other than that, I have not got a damn clue, fortunately. I mean, seriously. Oh god. Oh, of course, if you know Latin and understand, then again, please, feel free. Assume this is the right way? I have no idea. The little lake. Okay. Wait, are we supposed... Wait. Okay. Well, I had a feeling we needed to check that for some reason. Glad I did. Wait, is that what I think that is? No, it probably isn't. I thought it was a person slumped there, and I was like, if it's been 50 odd years, why would there be anyone there? I don't know if there's a specific way we're supposed to go. So what the hell? Go this way. The graveyard. Do we go in here? Oh, here.
There's Charlotte, my voice, my eyes, my ears, my very soul. Let's go and play together again.
I'm assuming we're supposed to go this way. Have not got a clue. Okay.
My voice. To say what?
I'll follow the light in that case.
Meaningless things. Be offensive to others, get into trouble. Eyes to see desperate people.
Damn, this is dark. Getting darker as a second. Literally and figuratively.
In the mirror, the shadow of my former self. Gaunt, worn out. They're killing me slowly, day after day.
Wow.
My ears to hear screams, deliriums, threats, and false promises.
Oh.
It'll be all right. Everything will pass. My soul, incapable of living. Of fitting into a world which it finds alien.
Oh wow, getting darker and darker the second. Here we are.
It's moving further and further away from you, always further.
Is this the I think this is Charlotte's little voice inside Renee's head, I'm guessing. I'm just coming here to see if there's any reaction. Okay, never mind. Want to double check. You never know.
Let's go and play together again.
This is very appropriate music right now. Deathly appropriate. Okay. Looks like we might be going in there then, I would assume. Oh wait, hang on a minute. Hold on a second, hold on. There must be some way to get over there then. What am I missing? Tad confused. So, like, it must have to be over there, but it doesn't say where. Unless you have to be in that building there. I'm assuming you have to find a way over there, so. Strange. So, the hell? I'm a little confused right now. What? Unless we're supposed to come around the side, but how do we get back there? Unless. Oh, right. The creepy factor. Okay, I'm getting that. I can't look, sorry, but I can't look at the screen while that's...
I'd like to lose my voice. I'd like to lose my eyes. I'd like to lose my hearing. I'd like to lose myself forever.
What the hell? Oh no way, what the hell? Please don't stab yourself. Stab the doll. Well, I've got the feeling that she just stabbed herself, but hopefully it was just the doll. If anyone knows what they're singing, do you mind put down in the comments? I'm curious to hear, curious to know. Sounds upbeat though. For what it's worth. Oh yeah.
Uscite dal mio castello, Madame Adoré, uscite dal mio castello. Oh, quante belle figlie, Madame Adoré, oh, quante belle figlie. So belle mele,
I'll tell you what,
Madame Adoré, so belle
blended here.
mele.
I know, unusual place. Next time we'll continue into, I assume it's a school, I think. I think it's elementary school, but I could be wrong. And we'll continue on this dark, creepy, insightful and confronting adventure. See you next time.